for the month of August. My bullet journal has this really cute cover page. Has a little washi tape and some watercolor that I drew myself, some hand lettering, just some cute little doodles, a calendar so that we could see the whole month at one time. For the month of August, I was inspired by this watercolor, just an abstract watercolor that I did that I really liked. I ended up not using this orangey pinky color, but I used a lot of the oranges and yellows and greens, and I really like these little doodles in the background. To help with keeping organized, I kept a swatch of all the different pens that I use, what types of pens, and that helped me keep all of that together. And also have some notes here on how many squares are in the grid paper that I use over and over again. So that's just a little pocket that I've created to keep these things with the bullet journal. So that's just a cute little pocket there. Now, so I have the month title page on one side, and then a little more about the month, just kind of overall the goals is to focus on this scripture, which we have here and here. Romans 5:1-5 is pretty lengthy, so I didn't put the whole thing there. I wanted to keep exercising and stay connected with family and friends. Those are my goals for the month of August. We have a month at a glance, just some events that are going on the month of August. And then I've got my biometrics, which are, just some measurements, health measurements that I keep. I put my hand over because this is kind of private information. But I've got a little butterfly artwork and some little doodles down here at the bottom with some more washi tape, which I find is a lot of fun to decorate with. Now for the month of August, I also did a feeling chart where I track my mood, my sleep, and my stress. And going across the page, this is each day of the week is one column. And this is on a scale from 1 to 10. I've gotten a lot of good information from this because it's right above my fasting schedule, which is done also each day as a separate column. I can see some correlations between how I felt, or more like how I fasted and how that affected my sleep habits. I got sick in the middle of August, so that's why I didn't do a lot of fasting right here in the middle. I didn't even track it. But the nice thing about bullet journaling is you get to choose what you're tracking, and you get to customize it to how it works for you. So I think I've done enough of the mood, stress, and sleep. I don't think I'm going to do this part next month. I think I've learned enough from that, made some correlations. Okay, so also in the month of August, I just have some fasting notes. And then we go on to our habit tracker. Generally habit trackers, you could do habit trackers a lot of different ways. This is a minimalist in the terms of its format, but it also has I'm recording a lot of information. I'm trying to find a correlation between what I'm eating and my habits and my allergy flare-ups. So again, this is one day for each column across the page. I have here things like the lunar cycle, when did I do my biometrics, what about my menstrual period, things like, did I exercise that day, did I take a nap, did I have leg cramps that night, did I drink enough water. Most of these just have a little dot for true or false, but some of these, like my pulse, I recorded actual numbers, and this is actually how I knew that I was getting sick, because my resting pulse was much higher than it should have been. And things like keeping track of ketones and blood glucose. Then I go down and I track things like, my macros, food macros here. Also, I have a page full of medications and supplements. So I just put a dot if I took those, and I left it blank if I didn't. And types of things that I eat on a regular basis. Again, this food log is part of my habit tracker, but it's also going to be used to try to make some correlations between not feeling well, having allergy flare-ups and such. And the last page is a little more food. So things like artificial sweeteners and, did I come in contact with gluten or did I have some soy this month? Those are the kind of things that really do affect my allergies. And then we go on to our weekly planners, and this is just a cute little watercolor. It's very simple, but it was fun to make. And I like how it turned out. And these little pockets here are really cute, just some washi tape on top of another piece of paper to hold some things in place. So for the month of August, I have each week on a whole page. And that was probably too much space. I've got some white space down here. I didn't use it all. But I also have a different doodle on the top of each one of these. So I have a little calendar for the week, birthdays and anniversaries, some notes that are handwritten, some stay connected, which are just notes on, reaching out to family and friends. Week 2, different doodle. You notice I didn't update much here. That's because I was sick that week. The other thing about the doodles is that, a lot of people will decorate their whole planner before they start the month. But for me, I prefer to write out just the bare bones, and that way I get to decorate it all month long. To do things like, this is just a paper clip here that's glued between 2 watercolor butterflies with some stacked papers in between. And I think it's really cute. The paper clip is handy because I can tie together the weeks that I've already passed. So again, here's, more washi tape, more little artwork. So this is really fun here. Week 4, and the month of August, we have 5 weeks. So let's go over to the last of the weekly pages here, week 5. And another little doodle and some notes here. So that's the end of the weeklies. I think next time I will do weeklies, maybe all the weeks on maybe one page or maybe one spread of pages. One of the things I love about using a 3-ring binder instead of a bound journal is that I can add pages as I want to. Halfway through the month, I really was feeling some wanderlust here, so I wrote down a list of places I want to go and things I want to see, and actually ended up planning a trip to the beach, so I'm excited about that. I used some more colorful washi tape and made a little doodle here. And then I have my essential oils page where I record everyday uses, special usage, my wish list down here, what I need to reorder. I'm keeping track of what's in the diffuser in different parts of the house. K stands for kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, what have you. I love my diffusers. And then also in the month of August, I started keeping a playlist just because I wanted to keep track of, what kind of what am I consuming through television, social media. So I did some art workshops. I did some YouTube, watching some YouTube artists, some podcasts, and some Netflix movies and such. So that was fun to just record that. There's other types of things you could record in your journal. This is just kind of a list of what I kept track of.